Hey everybody, welcome back to this Let's Play of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for the Super Nintendo. I am Drak. Let's keep going, shall we? We are currently in Mount Gale, and we're here for two reasons. One is to look for the Wind Crystal. The other is to look for Otto's daughter Norma, who apparently has a Mario Kart and is part of the Mario Kart franchise, and unlocked the Rainbow Road, which Otto built and broke it. Well, that's the end of the Mario Kart franchise. Forget 8. There's not going to be one. Actually, technically, when this was made, there was probably just one. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Alright. And we are actually making really good progress. I think we're probably halfway through Mount Gale. Mount Gale doesn't last that long because it is not the wind dungeon that I spoke so often of last LP and made horror stories of. It is not. You will know that dungeon when you see it, and it will be worth it. More wind! More wind! And now they're dead. Because we just don't like them. Now, one thing I haven't really commented on is that Benjamin is now level 28, so he's 3 levels away from level 31. I know I bring this up a lot, guys, but don't. I know this is one of the complaints of Mystic Quest, but I don't get why. It's not that big a deal. And in fact, I'm not really going to complain about it all that much. Oh, and yeah, that guy is the end, I thought. Right. So we're going to go kill the vampire. Oh, there's 1, 2 vampires. Ah. How can I not make a Sesame Street reference, man? It's the Count. I could have gone worse and gone with this Castlevania reference. Oh, what a terrible night to have a curse. Alright, we're doing a quick heal up, and we now get a new model, which is kind of like the Headless Horseman kind of thing. So you're the one who's draining the Crystal of Wind's power. Nah, it's Pazuzu. It's Pazuzu! Pazuzu! But you'll never meet him. But we've met Pazuzu! If you've watched Futurama, you've met Pazuzu! Okay, I'll stop. And it's called a Doulahan. Why am I immediately going to do-da-da-da? I'm an anime guy. I've seen do-da-da-da. That was a weird series. And it was intentionally weird, but it was... Ugh. I always recorded episodes and then watched them, and I always had scratch in my head. What just happened? I don't get it. Why do I need to care about this guy? And who the heck was Paul? I mean, really. Okay, yeah, that was a bad Linkara reference, I promise. I won't do that no more. No, I totally will. I like Linkara. You reference that which you love. At least I haven't done... which one is it? I think it's the Dot Hack Infection LP I do with Shadow Blazer 3000. And we've referenced the bees line over and over again. Bees. My god. Oh, come on. We gotta be getting some kind of battle damage with this guy. Oh, and we hurt his horse. Now he's gonna be mad at us. I love it also. It's a headless horseman and a headless horse. That makes a whole lot of sense. Come on, Benjamin, you're sleeping on the freaking job again. I'm telling you, you just can't find good main characters these days. The world is about to end unless we find balance to the 4 crystals. And he's fallen asleep on the job. Ah, next battle damage, we killed the horse. And now our Doulahan friend is pissed at us. Enough so that he's throwing his head in a boomerang form. Okay. No! I can't use white anymore! Oh well, time to dig out the seeds! Ah, and there we go, more magic! Let's dig out holy, or white, or whatever you want to call it. White and black magic. Man, they're racist spells. Or groups of spells. And the Doulahan is dead. Well, now we know that Mount Gale is not where the Wind Crystal is, because it's belonging to Pazuzu! It's fun going back to the professor every now and then. Good news, everyone! I tried 20 years ago to connect to America Online, and I just went through! Hooray! Man, stupid water hags. Stop healing yourself! At this point, I should probably be mad with myself as well, because I probably just sit here and nuke them with white. I have enough seeds, and I don't. I promise, we'll dig out the heavy spells when we start going through the final dungeon at least. That'll be a great day. And for some reason, I went into the Batman voice. Where's Rachel? It's not who I am underneath, but what I do. Ooh, red chest. This ADD moment was brought to you by... It's not who I am underneath, but the red chests that define me. Oh, Mr. Wayne. Oh, I will let you get your red chest, and then you will be allowed to die. And we use exit, because we're heading back to Windia. We have to report back and say we couldn't find Norma. She was too busy on the Rainbow Road with Yoshi, Mario, and Princess Peach. Oh, and there's no more wind. No! We broke the world of the wind! At least it's not like Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind. We're not Nausicaa. I will bash Nausicaa till the end of my days. Bad movie. Now, people might be asking, have I gone through any more Studio Ghibli movies? Unfortunately, I'm transitioning from my old place into a new house, so no, I have not. The wind has suddenly stopped. I'll try to make the Rainbow Road, because it's called the Rainbow Road, and it's where you go to go. Yay! It worked! Otto, we're gonna go save Norma and the crystal. Wait. In the tower, you'll see switches on even-numbered floors. Flick the switches with your axe. Then the elevator won't go past that floor. Spoiler alert, Otto, come on! Yeah, that's the mechanic of the Wind Dungeon, is that we have to actually block off the elevator. It's called the road, it's called the Rainbow Road. And it's Pazuzu's Tower! Oh, that looks like Norma. Are you Norma? I was so afraid no one would find me, but now I can like go home? Your dad's waiting for you. Seriously, your dinner got cold like 3 days ago. I just love the random placement of the girl. Oh, well, we don't have to worry about you now. We just have to go through this really long dungeon. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is a long, long dungeon. And Gale missing doesn't help. Gale, stop missing. That's an order. And as the main protagonist, I demand you stop missing. And this is one of the things that makes this dungeon long, is that when you transition from floor to floor, you will have to do these gauntlets of 3 monsters in a row, and then you get up to the next floor. I can honestly tell you, if they cut this out, this dungeon wouldn't have been as long as it was. They were just looking to put in more combat. Which is both good and, well and good, and bad. Because once we get up to even with Gale, it just becomes a slog. It becomes a long haul, and it's just, ugh, it's grindy. And I try to avoid that. So I've actually tried to cut out some of the fights in Pazuzu's tower to make it a little shorter. If I can, I will probably go re-edit again and see if I can cut out a little more. But in the meantime, you get to deal with Garudas. Like Garudamon? Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty big model. I was waiting for you, little beasts. Oh, teleportation for the fail. Now do you see why we need to cut off the floors? He actually, if you get to him on another floor and you haven't cut off enough floors, he will teleport to the next one. Which is a pain in the butt. So what we are doing is we're going to cut off the floors slowly, one by one, and then fight Pazuzu. Because he will have nowhere to go after that. But in the meantime, we have to work our way through all these monsters. Oh, and look, our Chimera from the giant tree. He's back. Like I told you. He cures himself too. And now we have beholders. Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, I was reaching a little bit for that one. I am so sick and tired of watching giant eyes look at me. Alright. Well, we are in for the long haul. And that is not worth it, so I'm not going to go do it. Not for brown chests, man. There are a couple of rooms in this area that I'm just like, no way. I'm not going in there to fight, you know, like 5 or 6 monsters for brown chests. I'm not going to do it. I won't nuke the crap out of them, but... yeah, I'll admit, that's a little bit of my bad. I wanted to try and show the length of this dungeon and just didn't realize when I was recording how long did we get. And holy moly, it got long. That's okay, we're going to cut out as much as we can and cruise through this as fast as we can. And who taught the Sphinxes fire magic? That was not on the agenda. We teach them cute and cuddly attacks that only do 1 or 2 HP. And that way we look way overpowered. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. More chimeras! At least it's one enemy. We'll nuke that out. And up to the next floor, but still, we have to go through an eyeball gauntlet. Bleh. Well, that's one down. Round 2. Fight! Ah, 3 beholders. But yeah, to answer the question earlier, I'm transitioning into a new house, so I have not been able to watch any of the Ghibli movies. The next one I'm up to is Whispers of the Heart, or Whisper of the Heart, which has been recommended to me. So I've only gotten 5 under my belt because I've watched Nausicaa, Castle in the Sky, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Porco Rosso. So the next one is Whisper of the Heart. Also, another question that I keep on getting on, for those who don't know, I actually do a radio program for my college. You can listen to that on Thursdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And just go to radioslcc.com. That's radioslcc.com, and there's a player. Or I'm actually trying to work things out to start putting it up on iTunes as a podcast, so bear with me, and I'll give you the announcement when it happens. One of the questions that I've been getting is, I've been doing reviews for the summer blockbusters that have been coming out, and now people are asking, okay, well, you've seen like 5 movies, so could you rank them into like a top 5 list? Yeah, I can. Let's see, how would it go? It'd be a little bit biased, but that's just where I'm standing. Let's go backwards. Number 5 would be The Lone Ranger. I was not impressed with that movie at all. I do not know what Gore Verbinski was thinking. It's Pirates of the Caribbean Western Edition. It's bad. Number 4 would be Despicable Me 2. I love that. Like I said, I'm an animation buff, so I will occasionally watch the CG movies. I'm actually a little backed up this year, because I was going to go see and review Epic and Monsters University, and then read their reviews and decided against it. Just because I would probably go along the same line, and from what I've heard from friends, I would definitely go along that line. So number 4 would be Despicable Me 2, very charming movie. Number 3 would be Iron Man 3. I know I'm a big Iron Man fan, and so that's a little bit of sacrilege, but there's been stuff that's been better. Number 2 would be Man of Steel. Not being a Superman fan and just barely have, as a promise to the radio listeners, I went back and watched the first 2 Christopher Reeve Superman movies because I've never seen them. So I watched Superman the movie, and then I got recommended to watch the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2. Love those movies. I'm not going to rate them or anything like that, but Man of Steel was definitely entertaining, and it was Superman for this day and age. So if they did a sequel, I'd have no problem with it. And then number 1 would be Star Trek Into Darkness. That movie just offered so much more as far as story, as far as everything, that I can't help but put that slightly above Man of Steel and Iron Man 3, and all of those are very close. It is literally by, like, I think a quarter of a point that Star Trek Into Darkness is above them, but, you know, it might as well be a straight 5-star movie for me. So yeah, there you go. That's my scale. Once again, number 5, Lone Ranger. Number 4, Despicable Me 2. Number 3, Iron Man 3. Number 2, Man of Steel. And number 1, Star Trek Into Darkness. And I'm not even a Star Trek fan. I like what J.J. Abrams has done with this, because I tried going back and watching the original series and never could get into it. And this allows me an opportunity to get into the Kirk era without having to watch the original series, because it's Kirk era, but in my sensibility, so it looks really good. And yeah, I know the arguments of the iPod prize or the Apple prize. It totally is. It's an Apple product, but I'm fine with that. If that's how J.J. Abrams sees future technology, then fine. This is supposed to be based in like the year 2300. I'm not that picky. However, if he makes the Enterprise E when he gets there look worse, then I'll be mad, because I love the Enterprise E from the Next Generation movies. That looked like it was very comfortable to live in. And Kaylee's getting her butt handed to her, and she's 2 levels higher than Benjamin. Oh, look, we leveled up. Yay! Oh, look, we're using our cure potions. Because I'm sick and tired of them stacking. While going through a Manticore gauntlet. Oy vey. Yeah, for those who are interested, yeah, I do a radio program that'll be coming out as podcasts. Also, if you want to see some other work I've done, I do work with my brother-in-law, Alex, aka ShadowBlazer3000 on YouTube. So go to youtube.com/DrakandShadow. We have a few LPs at this point out, all of which are good. I recommend them. So go ahead and check them out. We are mainly sticking to the Sonic franchise, but we have also branched out into Phantasy Star, the Dot Hack series of RPGs, and then we've taken on a few random ones here and there, like Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy, as well as Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. So go and check it out. I promise you won't be disappointed. We reference everything under the sun, but that's okay. We reference that which we love. And also, in the comments below, leave suggestions of games that you would like to see me do on my own. If you have suggestions for Drak and Shadow, go ahead and leave those there. If you have suggestions of games you would like me to do on my own, I've kind of hinted here and there that I might go into the Dragon Quest series because I didn't grow up with it. Let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. Either in the comments below or send me a private message. And we are going to go ahead and get a quick cure going. And then we're going to go ahead and take a break. Once again, I am Drak2326, or Drak, whatever you want to call me. And this is a Let's Play of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on the Super Nintendo. We'll be back.